Record on this computer. All right. Hi, guys. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to introduce Barbara Young, who is just such a wonderful soul, who actually took a part in one of the programs. And I really wanted to invite her in for her to share her journey, share her objections that she had before committing to her own healing and transformation journey, and her wonderful results that she achieved thanks to her commitment, her hard work. Well, actually, it wasn't a hard work, was it? It was
No.
really devoting. It was devoting to yourself, to your own healing, your own transformation, and giving yourself permission to be visible, shine. And I am just so excited to for you to tell everyone all the wonderful results that you have experienced by being a part of the Nourish to Flourish program. So, Barbara, what problems, health, life you were experiencing before actually, deciding, because you took you took a part in the 5-day health reset challenge, and what made you decide? What problems were so present in your life that you
Okay.
went, I need to do this?
Well, I had a number of health challenges that just didn't seem to be getting any better. Um, I Before I joined the plan, I ended up in accident and emergency with chest pains and pains going down my arms. So I had to get into the hospital, and thankfully, it was gastritis. I'd never experienced that before. So my digestion, I would have all this gas, and that was quite scary when you've got these pains in your
Mm.
chest that you have to go into accident emergency. So I would, and as well, I had really bad wind gas, always for a child. It was quite, in bed at night, it's quite really, really bad, which doesn't really make you feel good.
Mm.
Um, and so that was one of the things that I had. Also, my sense of smell. So I had constant problem with sinuses, blocked sinuses. I'd wake up in the morning, the nose would be running. I'd be, spitting up the green mucus because this condition, the bronchiectasis with my lungs. I'd stored a whole lot of different emotions, like your body's like a vessel, like a bottle, and I'd be bottling them all up, all this
Mm.
sadness, sorrow, regret, all in my lungs, and that would, I'd be coughing all the time. So it seemed to be just a vicious circle of waking up, your nose going, sneezing, difficulty with breathing, with getting out, going for a walk was just hard work. It was like my legs just didn't want to go. Then my thighs were stiff. Um, so lots of things going on with my health for a lot of years. I'd also been in a job that wasn't my sole purpose. So I had been in that job. I enjoyed helping people because that's always been from a child. I liked helping people, and you put everything into it, but you didn't seem to get the same thing back.
Mhm.
So there was a lot of stress, and I finally took retirement last July, and things has definitely it's been the best thing that I ever did to then focus on my business.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, we helping other women through this. So I had lots of health challenges, and that stopped me from being who I am.
Hmm.
That stopped me. So there was a lot of self-sabotage. Oh, I can't do a Facebook live because, or one day it's like I fell on the ice, and it's because I was due to do my group meditation that night.
Wow.
So it was, oh, I can't do this because I'm not feeling great, and so health would sabotage me all all the
All the
a
time.
lot of the time. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
everything was focusing on what was wrong with me, focusing on symptoms, opposed to the whole of me and what my gifts were. Uh,
So it's
so
brilliant that you were aware of the, you were, I remember at the beginning you're like, I'm so passionate about helping people, and you didn't quite know at that time like who you really wanted to work with. And
yes,
throughout our program you were like, oh, that's it. And obviously through all the clearings that we did on a
yes,
weekly basis, you were finally able to tune into your life purpose really, and you're
yes,
loving it now. So share it with us, what it is and what do you do
yeah.
now.
Well, my intuition really increased. It opened up, so it really increased, and I was getting answers because I always used to say, I don't get anything. I see angels, I see colours, I see a lot, and I've been a natural born healer all my life, um, and so I was getting all this stuff, but getting answers I just wasn't getting, or I wasn't allowing myself to receive
Mm.
the answers. So so I was asking creator, what is it that I'm going to be good at? And I got the vision of a vagina, a lady's vagina, and and there was a little fear there when I saw it, so I had to clear my fears around that. Even speaking
Mm.
about your lady parts, was wasn't easy. So so it was to help all women with their feminine issues, the womb space, the masculine and the feminine energies, the stuff that we repress that's in our womb space. Because our womb space, it we can have programs that are like, I'll take on all your crap,
Wow.
your partner's crap, just so that you can shift and change, but it never works because
Wow, that's
you
so
could only
powerful.
change yourself. So, and one vision was, I seen my womb space and they showed me it was purple, so it was all that heart that I'd stored in my womb space,
Mm.
not just my own heart, but others too. So I was just storing it all there because it's really, really old stuff. So this was, and as well as I've always loved, the idea of that helping people with their fertility issues, to bring children into the world, and
Mm.
even just like, so I love Call the Midwife, and because I always love that, and I know that I feel that I have been instrumental with helping women shift their beliefs and bringing children uh,
Into the world.
into the world.
Oh my
Obviously,
gosh.
their partners had something to do with it.
But it's just like you're saying, it's the releasing the fear, because so many women especially now are actually fearful of becoming even pregnant, because
Yeah,
it's that drive for becoming successful, leaving even late the pregnancy for a later stage, and the overall stress. I think it's also contributing to quite a few
yeah.
infertility issues. So I
Hmm.
mean, I'm just, oh my gosh, I am actually, guys, like really excited to announce that Barbara is actually going to be a part of the Body Beautiful program. She is going to do a beautiful masterclass for you guys, for those of you obviously who join, and you're going to do a beautiful womb clearing masterclass, where we are going to dive deeper into those fears and blockages and stuck energies in our creative center, because that's essentially our creative center, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Hmm.
Oh, excited. I am so excited. And I remember, share with us, because you obviously had objections. You had objections financially, and you had other
Mm.
objections because you've tried so many different things in
Yeah,
the past. And obviously they helped you get to a certain point, but there was a little blockage. So share with us,
yeah.
what made you change your mind?
So I did the challenge with you, and loved it. And when it came to finding out what the price was, it was like, Nah, no way. I write then, and so I just, again, just that not allowing myself to receive to the way that your culture, way about all the how things, thinking about what the things cost opposed to what the investment in myself
Mm,
would be. So I had a lot of challenges. I had a lot of challenges with, I hadn't cooked for 20 years. My husband did all the cooking. So it was like to change that big part, because I had, in a relationship, at times felt like the child rather than the wife, because I would just sit into what he was putting down to us. So I didn't really think I had a say. So that was a challenge in itself, to do the cooking and to do the shopping, because my husband did all that. But now it's like I enjoy it so much. So what made me change was, yeah, I did plenty diet. I did Weight Watchers, you name it, for I think since I was in my 20s. I did diet after diet after diet, and when I look back, it was like I wasn't in it. My heart, my soul wasn't in it. It was just, no, I wasn't there. It was just, let's go along and do it, and it was hard. And you're always focused on, oh, when am I going to be this slim person? And it seemed like it was never happening. Whereas with your program, it was like you never noticed the weight coming off. It was like, wow, it's just coming off. I was just following it. So something in me just sparked and changed, and it was like, got this mindset change to, I'm all in. I'm doing this. There's nothing stopping me. So it was like all the obstacles that were in the way were just flying away, and I was like, I'm doing this. And your guided meditations, as well as listening to them, it was helping as well. But yeah, I'd done many courses, and probably not acknowledging or recognizing all my achievements, and just moving on to the next thing. So yeah,
beautiful,
so
beautiful.
mhm.
So you got to the point where you like, well, I have to do this. There is just, how can I stuck in that vicious cycle over and over and over
Yeah,
again?
yeah,
And you actually allowed yourself to make that next step. I mean, share with us all the beautiful things that have happened. I mean, you mentioned to me privately, the relationship has just blossomed. Your
yeah.
intuition has blossomed. And today, just before we actually recorded live, you shared about being gifted healing sessions with actually the founder of Data Healing, which is just amazing. But I hand it off to you. Please share with
Okay.
us your results and achievements.
Oh gosh. Well, the weight was just coming off at a steady £2 a week. I found the food delicious, and they were easy to make. So easy for someone that hadn't cooked. They were really. I just loved the menus and the recipes. Just beautiful. Um, so, so, so the weight, I lost 4 inches off my waist, and it just feels so good to get dressed up nicely, rather than just going about feeling like a tank.
Exactly right. When you feel comfortable in
So
your body.
it's my self-worth and my self-esteem has really increased. I look at my self-love that I have for myself. I look at, and instead of thinking, which I used to think, oh, I was ugly, and I now think, gosh, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. And that is a big shift. A big shift for me. The relationship with me and my husband has gotten so much better. My health improved. So when I was working with you, I was doing all this coughing, so all was coming out through the coughing. That's all calmed down. So all the inflammation has all calmed down. My sinuses cleared. So, and even just getting your sense of smell back, that was like every day. I was like, wow, you take things so much for
Great.
granted, and it was like every day that would just give me a boost. I got my smell back. I can smell. I can smell the food. I can smell the outdoors. So that was a big thing for me, and a big wow. That it meant a lot to get that back.
Mhm.
Uh, the just me like stop focusing on symptoms, of acknowledging that sometimes I had the victim energy. That, oh, I can't do this because I've got all this going on with me, and when will it get any better? So acknowledging that was the first step to shift, change, and heal it and grow. So accepting that so that you can get yourself out of it quicker.
And you did, and you not
Yeah.
only managed to tune into your life purpose, you're loving it, you are working with beautiful women, and you were able to raise your prices as well as a result of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Uh, Again, yeah, that's for the business. I didn't actually. I mean, I had that belief when I listened to your live. I was surprised I had that belief that I don't make any money from my business, which is one of which I hear my husband saying, because that has been the experience, and I would give it so cheaply. I'd give free sessions. I'd give a lot of free sessions. I would, just give it so cheaply and what it was really, really. So I wasn't valuing the major shifts and transformation that women can get this self discovery into themselves and heal and shift and change from the past, and live an authentic what their hearts desire and
And
go for it.
being able to overcome their lady issues, like you said, the
Yes, yeah,
infertility, hormonal challenges, and but like you said, that the health was actually the biggest self-sabotaging block for you connecting to your life purpose. So it's
yeah,
often that the blocks that we have are preventing us from fully stepping into that potential. And you said, like, you released, the weight was just coming effortlessly, relationship was getting better, you were seeing yourself more and more valuable and beautiful every single day. And then what you mentioned with me as well is that everything started radiating it back to you because you
yeah,
actually did it with yourself first.
yes. So that was the other thing about my friend. It was actually Vanya Silverton. The She gave me the 3 sessions. So I've had 2 already with her, and I've got another one in May. So
It's
absolutely,
just,
and all this is just shifting more layers, so that you strip them off to be who I really am. But I know it's definitely thanks to you for believing in me, and just the chance to feel that you've been totally heard and seen makes all that difference. 'Cause I'm one from a big family. There was 11 in my family, so having a voice, having space to be me, I wasn't allowed to be me. Uh, so that has made a difference. And coming from the Catholic background, I mean, I had my older brother coming with his Bible to exercise my house when I got into Reiki. So so I had all these, oh, only Jesus can lay hands. So I had all my, and I held myself back because I didn't want to offend any of my family. But now it's like, no, this is me, and these are the gifts that God's given me, and I'm going to use them to help his women, uh, you know, be who
I
they are.
love that. I absolutely love that. Like I just said, those are the gifts that I were given but I didn't have the courage to tune into them before. Whereas now, you know, I can feel your energy radiating, all your meditations that you're doing, all your sessions that you're now actually seeing the value in the transformation that you are providing. So you're able to help more women, and
Yeah.
they will go and do that beautiful job in the world, which is pretty much my mission.
Yeah.
To awaken that in every single female and male as well at the same time. Oh my gosh, this is just beautiful. So what will be your advice, Barbara, from obviously having gone through this beautiful journey, for those women who are still on the verge, they're not sure, or they may be self-doubting themselves? What would be your advice for them?
First of all, don't hesitate. Don't think about what it's going to cost. Think about what the cost is if you don't do it.
Hmm.
That's one of your messages. Um, and if I could do it, now I'm 57 and had these long established patterns for many years, low self-worth for many years, and being a people pleaser. And now it's like you've got to make yourself a priority, because you're the only one that can make change. Nobody else can. It has to come from within, and then that'll change, the outside. So yeah, just I'd say do it, and do it now, and book on, because it'll be the best thing you ever did. You could be smiling like I am.
Like you.
Yes, yeah, and yeah, and like say one thing again for me was this tiredness. I always had this like slumped energy, hardly know any get up and go and sleep, getting a good night's sleep. And now I'm like rising earlier, so there's things for me to get up for. So that could be you. So go for it. Really
Mm,
go for it.
beautiful, beautiful.
You'll no look back.
You will get it back in so many different ways, right? Because we
Yes.
we sometimes focus like, oh, what if it doesn't work? But what if it actually does? Imagine,
Hmm.
like, I it's it's so sometimes difficult to kind of put before and after transformation, but because I've known you for so long now, for so many months now, and seeing you just blossoming from a woman who was, like you said, low self-worth, low self-belief, not really recognizing myself, to someone whose energy is coming through every single thing that you share, the confidence, the self-esteem, beautiful relationship, beautiful business that you are developing. That's just priceless, isn't it? That is just
Yeah.
priceless.
Hmm. And I mean, and it's no stopping me there. So it's like this is my retirement is like this is a new chapter in my life, and I'm now ready to take that new chapter to shine my light, and and the more that I'm raising my vibration will raise other people around me as well.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Barbara, for sharing this.
You're
It's
welcome.
just it's just wonderful, and I cannot wait to be the part of the masterclass as well when we actually
Yeah, look
when
forward
we
to it.
start on the 17th. So guys, I will announce obviously the details about that a little bit later in the program, but Barbara is just going to make such a difference to your
Yeah.
lives. Thank you so much, Barbara. And any of you, if you have any questions, obviously, please feel free to message me. But like you just said, don't hesitate, do it, and you will be like Barbara is now,
Yeah.
cherishing and loving her life. And there is nothing that is stopping her now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
thank you, Barbara,
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
My
And
absolute
even
pleasure.
to be amongst the group of lovely ladies, lovely souls as well. Being on the same journey together, it's really lovely.
Oh, oh, my heart just smiles. My heart absolutely
Yeah.
just smiles. Thank you so much,
Thank
Barbara.
you. Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah.